Breaking news here on Seahawks Today tonight as the Seattle Seahawks have re-signed offensive guard Phil Haynes to a one-year, $4 million deal with up to $5 million in incentives. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us on this special edition of Seahawks Today. In 2022, Haynes started only 3 games, but he appeared in 15 and regularly rotated at right guard with Gabe Jackson to help keep the veteran guard healthy. And he finished the season playing 51% of Seattle's offensive snaps. Haynes missed 2 games in 2022 because of an ankle injury. He appeared in 5 games in 2021, starting 2. And this is the first move of the offseason for the Seattle Seahawks as they look towards 2023. Let's tell you more about Haynes here. Just 27 years old, still a relatively young player, and he was set to be an unrestricted free agent. And we've seen him spend his first 4 years in Seattle. You go back to 2019, that's when he was a 4th-round pick out of Wake Forest, but limited time starting. We mentioned that played in 51% of snaps this past year, but in his young career to this point, just 5 starts at this point in time for him. So we'll see what this means as far as his future goes, if we'll see more starts for Phil Haynes to come. Here is what Pete Carroll had to say about Phil Haynes just a while back as the season ended with some positive praise, saying he's got a starting caliber to us. We like him. He's physical, consistent, is a good word for him because he's there. He's there for you. He's a great kid. It worked out well to put him and Gabe in. It helped Gabe with his knee, and it gave Phil a chance to be a comfortable starter. We had 3 guys. If anybody went down, we could rotate our guys around and get it taken care of. I've got high hopes that Phil could be a real factor for us. So he's got Pete Carroll sold. What about you guys, though? What's your one-word reaction? Do you like this move by the Seahawks to go ahead and give a short contract extension to Phil Haynes here with some incentives? Currently at $4 million right now, could go up to $5 million potentially with those added incentives. What's your one-word reaction? Let us know in the comments section. Give me one word to describe what you think about the Seahawks getting this deal done. Folks, this is why you subscribe to the channel. The breaking news came out. Our team, we came together like that. We tried to put this show together as quickly as we possibly could. Why? Because we're built different around here at Chat Sports. We bring you daily news and rumors segments, but when breaking news happens, we break in here on Seahawks Today with the latest happenings on your favorite team. We're counting down towards the draft. Obviously, we're already covering free agency. We have it all right here in one place, right here on Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Subscribe for free, doesn't cost you a thing. Turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know what's going on with your Seahawks right here on the channel, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Now I got to tell you, this makes a lot of sense for the Seattle Seahawks. It's a situation where you're not spending a whole lot of money, and for all intents and purposes, it seems like that the Seahawks and Pete Carroll have said all the right things, that they like what Phil Haynes brings to the table here. And now you look at this offensive line for 2023. You have all your starters under contract, right? And then you have a couple of decent rotational players as your backups at this point in time. Now you have some flexibility here to try to figure some things out of what you're going to do with this offensive line. To me, this is a move I really like that doesn't cost you a whole lot. And I'll say this, though, it shouldn't stop the Seahawks from still making moves in the interior offensive line. Whether it comes to the draft or free agency trades, whatever it may be, Phil Haynes can still be a rotational player and be your backup. You're not signing this deal for him to be your quote-unquote starter, like right away. You're not giving him the job. You can still bring in somebody else or a couple different options and have Phil be a part of said rotation there. More on this move of what the Seahawks did to bring back Phil Haynes. We'll get to that here in just a moment. Before we do, Seahawks Today is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 every morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. I came into this year wanting to get healthier, and starting my year on AG1 has helped me do just that. I take it every morning, and I feel the best I have ever felt. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. Done. I also like that it takes less than $3 a day. Pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. Win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check out, the link is also in the comments and the description of today's video. Promotes gut health, supports immunity, and boosts energy. athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Tell them that Tyler Jones sent you. You'll be glad you did. All right, let's look at the numbers according to Pro Football Focus on Phil Haynes here. And you can see he did allow 4 sacks, so that's not great. But the pass block grade at 60.2, run block grade at 58.1, and an overall grade at 57.1. And kind of like I said earlier, the numbers back this up, is that Phil Haynes is not bad to be a rotational player, to be your backup at one of those guard spots, but I'm not going to ask Phil Haynes to be my full-time starter. To me, what you're paying him with this low amount on a 1-year deal and with that production, all of that adds up. It makes sense for Phil Haynes and makes sense for the Seahawks to get this type of deal done based on what the numbers show and where the money's at. To me, all of this I like. Now, let's get reaction elsewhere, see what others are saying about this. Here's what John P. Gilbert of Phil Gold's had to say, the SB Nation site covering the Seahawks. With Haynes in the fold, the team now has both Haynes and Jackson under contract for the upcoming season, though given Haynes' contract situation and the fact that he spent 2022 in a rotation with Haynes, it would not be a surprise if Gabe Jackson were to become a cap casualty. Yeah, I think there's a very good chance that we see Gabe Jackson become a cap casualty. Phil Haynes there, you probably draft another offensive guard or 2, and then you work your way from there at that point when it comes to that offensive line. So the first big move is in the books. Phil Haynes extended by your Seattle Seahawks to be around next season. How would you grade the move by John Schneider and Pete Carroll to get this deal done? I think it's a solid move. I have no complaints about it whatsoever, so I got to give it an A simply for that. You didn't pay him too much. It doesn't close the door on other things you can do with this team. This makes sense for me. I give it an A. Grade it for me in the comments section how you think the Seahawks did with this. You can interact with me on social media. Tell me what you think about this move and follow along all offseason on your Seattle Seahawks. I got you covered on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Tyler Jones Live. I'll see you there next time right here on Seahawks Today.